Hoje a gente está aqui com o Luis, ele é o grande idealizador do Hopeless Record, então é um prazer enorme poder trocar ideia com esse cara, porque se você é muito fã de pop punk, você hoje tem que agradecer por esse cara estar aqui. Então, vamos começar a entrevista. It's really nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Okay, I'm very happy, seriously. Oi! Training your Portuguese? Is it going?
It's poquito.
Poquito, Spanish. But okay, who was the first band that you started? How did this story, how did it happen to you?
The story started 25 plus years ago.
Oh my God.
I had no intention to get into the music industry, although I've always had a deep passion for music. I've been going to shows since I was 10 years old with my dad and then my friends. But I didn't even realize there was an industry that people worked in music. I thought it just showed up on vinyl and on CDs. I didn't know that someone worked behind the scenes. Until I went to film school and I was directing a music video for a band. And in their drunken stupor, they said, hey, can you put out a record for us because we're in between record labels? And I said, how do you put out a record? And they said, we don't know, that's why we're asking you to do it. So I went and I bought a book at the local bookstore called How to Run an Independent Record Label, and I read the book, and I released this record, and the first song on it was called Hopeless, and in the book it said you needed to have a name for your label, so I named the label Hopeless Records. That was the first release, band's called Guttermouth Punk Band from Orange County, California.
That's so nice. When it has to happen, it happens, right?
Some things are luck. I mean, part of, I don't think we would be where we are now 25 years later if I didn't coincidentally start the label, a punk rock label, at the time in which punk was breaking into the mainstream. And the first release was at the end of 1993, and in 1994, 3 important records came out: Offspring, Smash, Nirvana, Nevermind, and Green Day, Jinky all came out that year, which led a broader audience to think, hey, what's this punk stuff?
So when you decided to open it, like the Hopeless Record, did you think it was insane? Or like everything now, 20-something years already, right? 25, 26?
25 years, yeah.
25 years. If you could tell Luis from 25 years ago, like, what would you tell him right now?
Well, what I tell people is follow your passions. If you love something, then go for it, and always be learning and growing. So do a lot of listening, less talking, more listening. Read, talk to people more experienced than you, and always treat people well, because relationships are at the forefront of anything that you do.
Which band you wish you could have worked with?
That's a difficult question, because my philosophy is to not be in the past and in regret. So I think we can learn from our past, but it's better to focus on the future and live in the present. But I'll tell you a story of a band we were going to sign and it didn't work out, and why, because I think it's interesting, but I don't know that I would put it in the category of like wishing or regretful. It was a band called After Drive-In, and loved them. They played at my house. We were buddies with them, but we were also friends with the small label that they were on in Texas. And the guys said, "Oh, we want to, go to another label. We want to work with you." And I asked our friend in Texas, how do you feel about that? He said, I would be really upset because we're on my label. And as I said in the previous question, relationships are at the heart of what we do and our philosophy. And so we told the band, your label isn't okay with it, we're not okay with it. They found another label who was willing to do it. Okay. That's how we didn't get at the Drive-In, but still a huge fan of the band.
I saw the project that you released just this week, Songs That Saved My Life. Could you tell us a little bit more about this project?
We launched on Monday, which is World Suicide Prevention Day, this project called Songs That Saved My Life. It is a project where bands are going to cover songs that got them through a difficult time in their life, to show how music has played a role in people's lives, to not only make them feel good in good times, but help them get through tough times. And proceeds from this project are going to be going to various mental health and suicide prevention charities. We're going to have the bands talk about why they picked that song and their experience. So we'll be posting those videos, and then we're also going to have fans be able to upload videos of them talking about the song that got them through a tough time. So there could be an interaction between the bands and the fans to reduce the discomfort and stigma around talking about mental health.
So which
song? We're talking about bringing a Brazilian band to do a song that saved my life song.
Seriously? So, oh my gosh.
Yes. So for all you Brazilian bands out there, talk to Cecilia.
Oh my god. Aqui tá o arroba dela, gente. Which song saved your life?
That's a good question. To me, it feels more of an artist than a song. There's several songs. If I had to pick one, I could. But not different from a lot of people. High school, there were some tough times, and being the kid that was kind of last to grow, I was always the smallest kid, and times of not knowing who your friends are, and having people who thought you were your friends weren't. So there was definitely a tough period there, and my band was the Smiths. I would say "Please, Please, Please" would probably be my song, and it's a really depressing song. But sometimes when you're not feeling good, you want to know you're not alone, and so hearing another person talk about them not feeling good, it actually makes you feel better. I know that's an odd concept, but for those psychology professionals out there, I bet there's a reason why that is.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.